Welcome sa second video ng subject na Special Crime Investigation. Okay, so let us continue. All of the following are crimes of violence except letter A, murder, letter B, robbery, letter C, homicide, and delta is kidnapping. So lahat ng mga sumusunod ay crimes of violence. At alam naman natin na kapag ang pinag-uusapan ay crimes of violence, it is a crime usually against a person, no? Yan. So, yung pong letter A is murder. So, may violence, no? Crimes against person po yan. Yung pong robbery ay crimes against property, no? Yung homicide is crimes against person. And kidnapping is crimes against liberty of person, no? So the answer for this question is bravo. That is robbery. Okay? So ano ang crime of violence ayon sa POP manual? Crimes of violence are crimes which put lives in danger, such as bombings, sexual assault, murder, homicide, kidnapping, no? Yan. Okay? At kapag meron pong crimes of violence, it is mandatory that it should be responded by the SOCO team coming from the crime laboratory. Yan. At ano pa? Yung pong kailangang i-establish at the crime scene sa mga crimes of violence, eto, no? So, yung POP manual, sabi doon, it is imperative that if a crime of violence or any other major or sensational crime occurs, that an on-scene command post shall be immediately established. Tatandaan, no? Anong i-establish? Sa area kung saan nangyari ang crimes of violence or any other major or sensational case. Ano ang establish a crime scene? That is on-scene command post. And the location of the command post should be adjacent to the crime scene. Okay, take note of that, no? Yan. So kung tatanungin saan ba i-establish yung pong on-scene command post, an area which is adjacent to the crime scene, no? Sa mga open fields na kung saan nakakapasok naman yung pong SOCO van, yung pong minsan ang ginagawang on-scene command post o kaya naglalagay po ng tent doon sa adjacent ng crime scene to serve as the on-scene command post. Okay? Ayan po mga kapangarap. Yan. So next question tayo. Which among the following is the most serious of all violent crimes either committed by a single individual or by a syndicated crime group? Which of the following is the most serious of all violent crimes either committed by a single individual or by a syndicated group? Letter A, murder. Letter B, bombings. Letter C, kidnapping. And delta is sexual assault. And the answer for this question is murder. Okay, it is considered as the most serious of all violent crimes according to the POP manual, no? Yan. So we have the basis, we have PNP DIDM manual, no? Which was made in 2011, which is also in accordance with the POP manual. Yan. So murder is considered as the most serious of all violent crimes that we have stated in the previous slide, no? Yan. Next question. What are the main tasks of officer on the scene? Pagka titingnan natin yung question, hindi po kumpleto yung question, no? Kasi marami po kasing officer na pumapasok po sa crime scene tulad ng first responder, yung pong investigator on case, yung pong SOCO team members, no? Yan. So, hindi po nabanggit. So, it is considered as incomplete question, no? Yan. Pero, kung titingnan natin yung choices, we'll be able to determine whether the officer which is being asked in the question is a first responder, investigator, or SOCO team members. Okay? Yan. So, what are the main tasks of officer on the scene? 1, to give first aid. No? So, sino bang may trabaho nun, no? First responder, SOCO team, usually first responder, no? Second, to apprehend the suspected offender. Usually, yun din po ay trabaho ng first responder, no? To protect and, if necessary, collect and preserve evidence. Okay? And 4, to cordon off and protect the area. So, choices, letter A, 1, 2, and 4. Bravo, 1, 2, and 3. Charlie, 1 and 4 only. And Delta is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or all of the above mentioned, no? And the answer for this question, ladies and gentlemen, is Delta, no? All of these are the main task of the first responder. Okay, pagka may wounded, then it is the responsibility of the first responder to give first aid. It is also responsibility of the first responder to apprehend the suspected offender or offenders. It is also responsibility of the first responder to protect and, if necessary, collect and preserve evidence, because there are two types of evidence based on the lifespan. We have the so-called transient evidence, those evidence that can be easily destroyed, no? And we have the permanent evidence. And if the evidence are considered as transient evidence, then the first responder must collect it upon discovery, no? Following the procedures in the collection of evidence. And it is also the responsibility to cordon off and protect the area and never let anyone to enter at the crime scene if such person has no official business at the crime scene, no? So, that is Delta. So, tatandaan niyo po yung mga main task ng first responders. Okay? Okay, then next question. If you are the first responder and the mayor want to enter at the crime scene, since the victim is his nephew, will you let him to enter? Letter A, no. Letter B, yes. Letter C, it depends. Delta, yes, because he is the relative of the victim. Okay, and the answer, of course, is no, based on the rules, no, of protecting the crime scene, no, so that the crime scene and evidence will not be mutilated, altered, and contaminated. Never mark the crime scene, eka nga, no? Next question. If the victim is alive and the suspect was apprehended, then let them stay in the same room or be transported in the same car. This statement is correct. Letter A, yes, of course. Tama daw yung statement na pagsamahin ba yung pong biktima or biktima at suspect, no? Bravo, no, I'm certain. Charlie, it depends on the situation. And Delta, sometimes it is practicable. O nga naman, kapag pagka iisa yung sasakyan. But the answer for this question in the board exam, we need to be ideal. It should be based on the rules, no, that our police officers are following. Of course, the answer in this question is bravo. That is no. This statement is not correct. And I'm certain, no? Yan. So, it is not correct, of course. So, ano ang gagawin? Ayon sa DIDM manual, ano ang nakasaad? victims and suspect should be isolated. Ha? So, magkahiwalay po dapat. Kung tinuluyan ng suspect yung biktima o kaya gumanti yung biktima sa suspect, no? And if there are more than one suspect, then isolate them also. Kapag higit sa isa ang suspect, kailangan hiwa-hiwalay din yung pong mga suspect, di ba? Para hindi po mag-usap. Dahil kapag nag-usap-usap yung mga yan, mahihirapan ka na rin sa interrogation. So, it is ideal that you need to isolate suspect if the suspect is more than one. Yan. No? So, tandaan nyo po yung rule na yan. No? Dahil yan po ay application ng pong mga rules na ating pinag-uusapan. No? Next question. If the victim or suspect of the crime of violence was taken to the hospital as the ranking officer of the first responder, what will you do? So, ranking officer, siya po yung pinakamataas doon sa magkakasama. Diba? Meron po tayong patrolman, police corporal, police staff sergeant, police master sergeant. Siyempre yung police master sergeant ang ranking officer. So, ano ang kanyang gagawin? Letter A, coordinate with the doctor at the hospital. Letter B, see to it that a police officer is sent to the hospital. Charlie, see to it that a police officer is sent to inform the victim's family. And Delta, see to it that a police officer is sent to the suspect's family. Yan. Ano kaya ang iyong gagawin kung ikaw po ang ranking officer, no? At yung suspect nga o kaya biktima, no, nasugatan ay dinala po sa hospital, no? Sa hospital. So ano ang gagawin mo? Yan. So ang gagawin mo, see to it that a police officer is sent to the hospital together with the victim or suspect who was sent to the hospital. Di ba? Kung biktima yan, malay mo kung magkakaroon po ng dying declaration dahil alam niya sa sarili na siya'y mamamatay na. Di ba? Sino ang kukuha nung pong tinatawag nating antemortem statement or yung pong dying declaration? No? Yan. Then, kapag suspect naman, bakit kailangang samahan po ng isang pulis? No? Dahil malay mo, baka yung suspect po ay may planong tumakas. Diba? So, kailangan po ng bantay. Yan. Okay, next question. What do you call somebody who seek facts about somebody or something on a professional basis, especially somebody who investigates crimes or prepares official confidential reports? So ano nga ba ang tawag natin sa isang taong naghahanap ng katotohanan tungkol sa isang bagay o pangyayari, no, on a professional basis, lalong-lalo na yung pong mga nag-iimbestiga ng krimen? Letter A, investigator. Letter B, private investigator. Letter C, criminal investigator. Delta, special crime investigator. And the answer for this question, ladies and gentlemen, is alpha. That is investigator. Dahil yung pong tanong ay generic. Diba? So, anong tawag mo sa isang taong naghahanap ng katotohanan, no? Yan ay investigador. Yan. Kailan pwedeng isagot yung private investigator kapag ka nakalagay sa tanong, how do you call a person who investigate or who seek facts about somebody or something wherein such is being paid by a private person or private corporation? Tulad po nung pong mga hinahire, nung pong mga banks para mag-imbestiga kung ang isang tao ay makakabayad ng utang, di ba? So private investigators because those are paid by private person or private entities, no? Yan. Criminal investigator are those person who investigate crime using the Philippine laws and jurisprudence. And of course, usually or apparently the criminal investigators are public investigators because they are being paid by our government, no? Yung pong investigador ng National Bureau of Investigation, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, Philippine National Police, of course, no? And the like. Then a special crime investigator pertains to an investigator who investigate a specific type of crime or an investigator who was given a specific assignment. Okay? Kaya ngayon meron pong tinatawag na specialization yung pong mga police, no? Dahil kapag ka ikaw po ay expert po sa homicide, no? Nasa homicide section ka, ang tawag sa iyo is special crime investigator because you are specialized in homicide only. Yan. Lalong-lalo na yung pong ating mga National Bureau of Investigation kasi ang iniimbestiga nila ay specific type of case which is sensational and high-profile cases. So, ang tawag po sa investigador nila doon ay special crime investigators. Diba? Yan. Kung naka-assign ka para mag-imbestiga lang ng cyber crimes, then you are a special crime investigator. You are specialized in cyber crimes. Yan. Yung pong investigador ng Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, wherein they are specialized in investigation of drug trafficking and the like, then they are called the special crime investigators. Okay, yan. Now, next question. What is the course that should be finished by a PNCO or police non-commissioned officer before they will become a police investigator as mandated under NAPOLCOM Circular 2013-002. Dati kasi, kapag ikaw po ay naging pulis na, then pwede kang i-assign ng hepe bilang isang investigador. However, by virtue of Memorandum Circular number 2013-002, kailangan may matapos po ang isang pulis bago isang maging investigador. At anong course nga ba yun? Letter A, Police Detective Course. B, Criminal Investigation Course or CIC. Charlie, Investigation Officer Basic Course. And Delta, Investigation Officers Management Course. And the answer for the question is bravo. Yun po ay Criminal Investigation and Detection Course or Criminal Investigation Course ayon sa NAPOLCOM Circular 2013-002. Yung pong Police Detective Course, yung po'y kailangan na matapos bago maging isang ganap na police detective, no? At pwede po itong kunin ng Police Commission Officer at Police Non-Commission Officer bago maging detective. Then, Investigation Officer Management Course from the word officer. Diba? This is the course that should be finished by the Police Commission Officer with the rank of Police Lieutenant and above na gustong maging investigador. Then, ano naman yung Investigation Officer Management Course? Yun po yung kurso para maging case manager. Yan. So, pagka sinabi natin case manager, sila po yung nag-assign ng kaso sa kanilang mga subordinates. Okay? Sila po yung hepe ng homicide section, diba? Ng robbery section and the like. Okay? So, tatandaan nyo po yung apat na course, no? You have Criminal Investigation course is the most basic. We have a Police Detective course to become a detective. You have Investigation Officer Management course for Police Commission Officer to become investigator, and Investigation Officer Management course, no, para sa mga gustong maging case manager. Yan. So, Investigation Officer Basic course para sa mga Police Commission Officer, mga years, no. Yan. Okay, next question. Follow-up question to the previous question, no? How many years is required experience as first responder before you will become a police investigator as mandated under NAPOLCOM Circular 2013-002? Ilang taon nga bang experience ang kailangan mo bilang isang first responder bago ka pwedeng atasan para maging isang investigador, no? Kasi nga sabi ko nga sa inyo dati nga, kahit kalalabas mo sa training center na kursunodaan ka, magandang performance mo, i-assign ka ng heping investigador, bukas investigador ka na. Subalit dito, no, sa NAPOLCOM Circular 2013, meron pang kailangang kursong tatapusin at kailangan ay meron pang years of experience na required. At ilang taon nga ba yun? Letter A, 2 years. B, 7.5 years. Charlie, 10 years. Or Delta, 10 to 15 years. At ang sagot po dito, mga kapangarap, ay 2 years. Yan. So, kailangan 2 years ka muna na first responder bago ka maging isang investigador. Pero kailangan natapos mo yung pong criminal investigation course. Okay? Yan. 5 taon at kalahati or 7.5 years naman ang kailangan na years of experience for a police commission officer before they will become investigator. And they should file at least 60 minimum cases and preferably licensed criminologists. Yung pong magiging investigador. Then 10 years is the required number of experience before becoming a detective, and you should file at least 60 cases also. Then 10 to 15 years, it is the required number of experience before becoming a case manager, and you must also file at least 60 cases. Okay? Yon, no? So, 2 years bago maging investigador, yung pong first responder. 7 taon at kalahati bago maging isang investigador, yung police commission officer na graduate ng PNPAs at yung pong mga pumasok via lateral entry. 10 years naman ang kailangan na experience mo bilang isang investigador bago ka pwedeng maging detective. Okay? And then 10 to 15 years na experience bilang isang investigador bago ka naman pwedeng maging case manager. Yan, marami-raming experience na yan. Okay. So next question po tayo. Typically, who are the first responders? Letter A, investigator. Letter B, patrol officer. Letter C, private investigator. And Delta, civilian authorities. Typically, who are the first responder? No? Kadalasan, sino ba ang first responder? Yung po bang investigator, patrol officer nga ba, private investigator, or civilian authorities? And the answer for this question is patrol officer. Okay? Ang usual na first responder ay yung pong mga patrol officers, no? At tandaan nyo, yung pong patrol bilang trabaho ng police is considered as the backbone of police operations. Bakit? Because it support almost all operations of the law enforcers, no? Yan, kasi kapag may nangyaring krimen, sinong dumarating or unang dumarating sa crime scene? Patrol officer. Kapag meron pong hahabulin po na juvenile, di ba? Ang DSWD, sino pong tutulong sa kanila? Patrol officer. Kapag may lumabag po sa traffic rules and regulation, sino pong tutulong? Doon po sa mga traffic enforcers, patrol officers, no? So, sila rin yung pong nagiging first responder. That's why patrol is considered as backbone of police operation, no? Yan. So, according to Dutel Eric, no? na nagsulat ng librong Fundamentals of Criminal Investigation, patrol officers are considered as the usual first responders. Okay? Yan. Next question. In a crime of violence, the first blank is considered as the golden hour of criminal investigation. Okay? In crime of violence, the first blank is considered as the golden hour of criminal investigation. Letter A, 24 hours. Letter B, or Bravo, is 72 hours. Charlie, 48 hours. And Delta is 96 hours. No? Golden hour. Malaki yung chance kasi na masolve yung kaso within that specific period of time. No? So, ilang oras nga ba yung considered as golden hour in criminal investigation? That is 72 hours. Okay, 72 hours. Tandaan nyo po, yung pong golden hour ng criminal investigation. More than 72 hours, then medyo mas mahirap na isolve po yung kaso. Siyempre, yung perpetrator, after 72 hours, medyo nakalayo-layo na yan, no? Yan. So, that is according to the PNP DIDM manual. Okay? Next question. Who has the responsibility of taking a dying declaration of severely injured person, which offers in a case wherein the declarant's death is the subject of inquiry? Who has the responsibility of taking dying declaration of severely injured person, which offers in the case wherein the declarant's death is the subject of inquiry? Letter A, investigator. Letter B, or Bravo, is first responder. Charlie is investigator on case or duty investigator. And Delta is scene of the crime operations note taker. Sino nga ba ang may responsibilidad sa pagkuha ng dying declaration sa mga severely injured? No? That is no other than the first responder. No? Kaya nga kanina, yung pong tanong kanina na pagka may sugatan na biktima o kaya suspect, ano ang gagawin ng pong ranking officer? Di ba? Magpapadala ng police, no? First responder, para kung sa ganon, kung meron pong isang tao or yung pong biktima na malapit ng mamatay at alam niya sa sarili niya na siya ay malapit ng mamatay, ay magsasabi or magsisiwalat ng katotohanan tungkol sa impormasyon kung ano ang kanyang ikinamatay, dahil yun lang naman ang tinatanggap sa hearsay or yun po yung exemption sa hearsay rule, no? Ay responsibilidad na kunin ng first responder. Okay? Yan. So that is according to PNP manual rule 22.1 page 60. Okay? Next question. Ayan. So yung pong susunod na tanong ay matutunghayan po sa susunod na video presentation. Maraming salamat sa inyong walang kawang pakikinig, no? At continuously tune in para sa susunod na video presentation.